What if I tell you that there is a time on the day that you can scroll, you can look at social media? Let's be realistic. We can't stop ourselves. So might as well find a way that works for us. I'm sure you've seen all over the internet that phone is bad for us and everybody is addicted to our phone and we can't stop scrolling. There are so many videos and articles telling you not to scroll on your phone, not to let it take away your dopamine and your energy for the day. Yes, I understand. How do we have the discipline not to use our phone? And telling us not to scroll at all, not to go on social media. Even for me, I have turned off all my social media for about 6 months now. At times, I still sneak up and try to look for a little bit. I shouldn't have done that, but it works for me. And I set a limit time. I just quickly look less than even 5 minutes and I exit out just to know what's going on, satisfy my curiosity versus then trying to hold back and never log on at all and then catch myself sneaking up. In this video, I like to talk to you about 5 different zones in our days and why is it important for us to pick and choose a time where you can actually scroll on social media and allow distraction. Take it easy on yourself. And there are zones which I absolutely don't want you to do anything more than just using that time to purely focus and work on concentration. In this video, I like to share the information that I learned from the coaching program of Mel Robbins. If you follow and subscribe to my channel, you know that I've been in monk mode. So I'm off social media and I've joined different coaching programs from different teachers. Mel Robbins is the program that I'm currently in right now, and we are in phase 2. Phase 1 was when we work on a project 15 minutes or more a day, constantly, no matter what. And oh my gosh, she really got me on my rear ends. Because you know why? As much as I'm a very productive person and I'm pretty disciplined, I would say that, there is time that I'm lazy. There's time that I pull back. But the point of her training, especially for phase 1, is to build a resilient and confident in yourself, where if I'm going to say something, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to talk the talk, I will walk the walk. Thanks to her, I finished the English Brown book that I need to. Now, this was what I've learned from her in phase 1. So I'm really happy to share with you, and I'd like to give her all the credit for her teaching. Let's talk about these 5 zones of the day and why do we need to know? Why is it important? These are the zones for your energy and time. The first thing is, it will help you visualize where your energy goes throughout the day. Number 2 is it reframes your reflection on your ability during the day. Number 3 is it helps you reclaim your time and energy from distraction. So let's talk about zone 1. I mentioned this in many previous videos of mine. This is when you're first waking up in the morning, your morning routine ritual. This is the time that you own to yourself. You need to fight for this time in your whole day. Okay, this is the most important time. You need to do what it takes to fight for this time because it's the only time that is truly yours. Do not hand this time to the internet, other distraction, other people, Facebook, social media. It's like opening the door for 100 people to enter the room early in the morning. If you check your phone right away and go on social media and trying to connect with everybody, are you really connecting? Because are you connecting to the people who's laying next to you? To the people you living in the same house? These are the people who you are closest to. I hope so. If not, could be a roommate that you can't stand. And instead, you would connect to the people on the internet first. This is why it's very crucial that you need to use this time for yourself. Before anything else, get a part of you. You need to dedicate this time to yourself and your need. And I make plenty of videos about that. Please, this is the time where you do not touch your phone at all. I don't care what it takes. I use my phone to play motivational, listen to meditation, but It's about willpower and self-control. Because the minute that you start scrolling, you are giving your brain the signal that, hey, as long as you push me, I'm going to do it. And the more you push me, I'm going to give in to the distraction, to sacrifice the time that is supposed to be for me. No, you are in control of your brain. Don't let your brain control you. Zone number 2. This is the zone where you start checking your phone and email. You turn your attention to something else or to somebody else. This is when you can look at your phone, okay? You can check, but don't scroll to the point you've invested so much in it that it would affect the rest of the day, because it's still the second zone only. So it's still very early on in the morning. We have to check our email. We have to see who's reaching out for us and look at our calendar to see what we have to do. So this is time that you allow yourself to check your phone just a little bit. We're entering the third zone. This is the zone that you're trading your time and energy to make money. Your attention for paychecks, profit, studying, educating yourself, evolving, improving yourself. During this zone 3 time, I want you to focus on what you need to do with no distraction. This is the time when I would lock my phone away and focus on my project, what I need to do. If you have to work, fully work and stop looking. Okay, you already have a little bit of zone number 2 to look at your phone. So put it on the side. Discipline to yourself and focus, because this is the time that bringing the outside benefit into yourself. Either learning, studying, or working, there should not be any distraction, because the more distraction coming in during this time, the more that it will drag your day longer and it will make you brain fog from checking your phone too much and cannot focus. Moving on, we are at zone number 4. This is around 3 p.m. or so. Your brain is tapping out. Believe it or not, this is called a blurry zone, okay? You can argue with me and say that, no, by 3 p.m. I'm still thinking clear, unless you are hardcore going on fasting, you're not eating any carbs, saving yourself away from sugar, sweet, then yeah, sometimes your brain might work a little bit more intense. I've watched a few videos and some people say that they can work all day for 12 hours straight up because they fast, but most of us, we don't have the courage to do that. We need to eat, feed our body food and nutrient. During this time, you have to accept that your brain is tapping out. There's no way you can be as clear, as concentrated, as productive as early in the morning or zone number 3. This is also called the gray zone or the cooking dinner zone, getting off work, transition time. You can't get a lot of work done. So this is the time that I would suggest for you to go on social media, connect with people, and always remember that. Ask yourself when you are scrolling, what is this bringing me? Of course, if you work on your phone and you have to connect with people, they're your friends, your family, you like to compliment someone's pictures, I get it. I'm not here to judge and telling you you need to be in monk mode like me and cut all that shit off, because it's not realistic to expect everybody to be the same. But always ask yourself, the behavior or the activity I'm doing right now, is it bringing me to my future self? Is it closing the gap between me and the best version of myself, or am I just wasting my time? I swear, whenever I ask myself that question, I would always detach myself from whatever I'm stuck on at the moment so much. I've noticed lately I've been stuck in the car sometime when I drive to somewhere and it's still a little early, or I get off from the gym and I'm supposed to go to the market, and that little short time in the car I would start scrolling. But I would always ask myself the question, what are you doing? What are you watching? Is it really anything benefiting your day? Do you really want this distraction to take away your dopamine that you've been building the whole morning for it? And then I instantly said, okay, I can't do this. I need to either watch something else because this is not benefiting me. Always ask, is it benefiting me? Zone number 4 is the zone that I would suggest for you to relax and do your thing. Everyone is on the same track, so always make sure the most important thing get it done in the morning first. Get it out of the way. We are at zone number 5, okay? This is the zone where you unwind and take a hot bath and listening to music, sometimes watch a movie. Be careful what you watch, please. We are what we consume. For the last whole week, I was in bed for 3 days because I was sick. And then after that, it's so hard for me to flip back. And I was binge watching a Netflix show and it was so good. But you know what? It was dramatic and it has like a little bit of self-harm. And it just doesn't give me good dreams when I go to sleep. Like my mind is not relaxed. Like I'm constantly drawn to the series and wondering what's gonna happen next and looking forward to watch it the next day. Like I know I have an addictive personality and I had to hurry up and finish the series so I don't drag it on to this new week. Yeah, I know I'm not perfect, but I'm here to tell you that this week, I promised myself no more Netflix show because I am behind a lot of things. If you do watch, pick something that is on the comedy side and relax. But I really hope that you take the last 30 minutes or 15 minutes to journal and read before bed. Why is that? Before we go to bed, our mind is falling into a hypnotist stage. This is why when we listen to affirmation before bed, we read or we journal, we release a lot of emotion and we build up our subconscious mind. This is another thing that I do that I will briefly summarize or cover about it. But if you have any more questions, you can always leave in the comment section. Some of you might think it's woo-woo, but this is science proven. That I watch a video and I understand about it, and this is the second time I started. It's called a mental bank account. Basically, in this mental bank account, I would write down all the activity that I think I deserve to get paid in a day, and I would double how much I'm usually getting paid an hour. I would double that price, and there's a whole video explaining about it, but I'm paying myself for what I think I should be getting paid for. And then I write down to myself like a check of how much I make that day. And I subtract out the real money that I make on that day, the mental money. I subtract it out. And then I ended up with a paycheck with my name. And then on this one side, I write out a mental happening, which is all the good thing that happened to me today. It's like a form of gratitude and appreciation. On the bottom is an affirmation. The point of doing this before I fall asleep is when my mind falls into the hypnotist stage. Therefore, it cannot distinguish between real money and a mental bank money. In the future, it will bring me the value that I deserve to get paid for, from a mental bank to reality. And doing this with the journal, it's like a double work process for me to always remind myself, to bring myself back to being grateful, train my mind to only look for the good things. Of course, there are negative moments and there are days that it's not going to be the best, but the point is, how fast do you get back on track? And these are the habits that always keep me back on track, no matter what. There you have it. Focus on zone 1 and zone 5. Those are the zone for your self-growth, to become the best version of yourself. And this is the time that you have to be selfish. You have to protect these times. Zone 2 and zone number 4, you can take it easy on yourself, relax a little, scroll if you want, but always ask yourself, why are you scrolling? What is that doing? What are you watching? Is it benefiting you? Zone number 3 is the zone that you have to bring home the lobster or the bacon or sushi, whatever it is. So focus on that zone and don't let any phone activity distract you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love to share all the information I learned from coaches to you. So if you'd like to hear more, please leave in the comment section. If you find value, don't forget to support your homegirl so she can continue to provide you the content that you will need. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Watch this video next. See you next video. Bye bye. Love you.